Here, Zinder should be the lock-in and TSM.
Until the counter pick so that Faker can't pull something like Echo into it. That is always the fear, or even a Fizz if they wanted to. The Orianna is
down towards the Wolves. Wolves spot Peanut now. QE's gonna hit.
And it's...
Peanut's only level 2.
Hard timeout.
So, yeah, damage is there, but the red buff's helping. Svenskeren gets a bit of a heal, but now Faker gonna track him. Huni down first here, and the stun's not enough. There's first blood for Faker.
Double buffs going over to Faker.
But Sven's also in as well, 2v2.
Peanut's perfectly there for counter game.
Breaking out. Faker doesn't want to get stunned, but he's chasing Bjergsen back. Sven now going to get caught. Peanut
he's got no flash.
Just goes straight towards him. Slow going to hit. Q's going to move in as well. He hops out of the way, but Peanut's still tagging him. Does commit to the Q at the end, and now Sven's going to try and turn it back around in isolation, but Bjerg, he's not coming. Sven's got no help at all. There's another kill.
The patience from Peanut is just oh so beautiful.
So much control, and it's aided by the extra wards they have. Here's that bot lane all in though.
Oh, Wolf dies. He actually can't pop the Grey Health in the air. And now maybe a second stun is coming. Bang, gonna get stunned up here as well. Invis for a little while longer, but Bifrost tracking him. Turtle wants it all. He's gonna try and go for it, but not enough to tank the turret.
Snowballing to silently match up even more.
Uh-oh. Turtle can't see the Twitch. Bang gets a hit though. Tom Kench coming in as well. Turtle pumps the ultimate. He does have no flash, but Bio gonna try and save him once again. Ulti's getting used. Wolf flashes into it. And that might be them getting away. Faker not there in time to dive. And now top lane, there's Sven looping on a Huni, but a great flash gets him out over the wall. Gonna have to move around the equalizer though. Haunter gonna still move it down, but Peanut's here already. Kick back there from Peanut, gonna try and take down Haunter. Needs one more auto, finds it, and now Sven caught out 1v2. Cannot win this. Peanut grabs a double kill.
Oh, Huni Houdini with the perfect flash. He disappears, and then Peanut comes.
By the way, Bjergsen now under fire. Faker and Peanut going to team up for this one. Ulti, no, he's going to get him. Oh my goodness, that was max range. Bjergsen forced to burn the flash. Ulti from Huni. Oh, now Bjergsen maybe wish he ghosted earlier. Wolf's going to shut him down, and Huni grabs the kill.
And that's the thing, even though they don't have...
Feels like every time I look at the minimap, somebody from TSM is in base. They're constantly only playing the map with 4. Now somebody else is getting chunked out, so Turtle, even if he lives here, he has to base again.
Ooh, good stun actually onto Huni. Catches him out of the TP stance, and added onto Bjergsen. Going to try and shut it down. Ulti hits from Bifrost on the very end of the play, and there's the ult out. Haunter takes down Huni. Got a lot committed there, and now Peanut going to chase down Turtle. Kick at the ready. Peanut's going to buy his time. Doesn't even kick him, just slows him down and kicks him straight in the midsection.
Just enough. In the game, they're 7,000 gold down before 20 minutes. They have a chance.
There's the taunt. Huni's got no flash, but he does have his ultimate. Huni going to try and wiggle his way out of this one, but Sven getting burnt down. Never mind, there's an easy 1v2 kill, and Haunter might not even get this. That's the dance out of the top. He's going to flash forward and get it, but a trade there. That's just ridiculous.
But hey, there's more. This is what always happens.
With large leads, especially when their composition doesn't have that super reliable initiation or no frontline tank.
That's a lot of damage. Peanut all in for the kill, but not going to get it. Turtle actually going to lock him up, and that's a mistake. Turtle going to grab some shutdown gold.
Huni's on the other side of the map without teleports.
Peanut, if he does want to go back in, Turtle on the top side. Very unsafe place to farm, but he does need the gold. And there's Tom Kench. This is why Peanut now in for him. He's got the ultimate ready, but I don't think he needs it one more time. Kicks him just for good measure, and there's another kill for Peanut.
Now, this is not a Turtle mistake. If you want to...
Doesn't get any better for TSM.
Oh, Bjergsen now in trouble, forced to flash out of the way. Good ulti plus cast combo there from Huni, and bang, now Bifrost in the front line's getting burnt down by Huni. Peanut carries it all the way in, kicks Svenskeren for the execute, and SKT move forward. Huni, flash flames bitter in to take down Bifrost. Turtle gonna be the next target, needs to dodge the harpoon, gets nailed by one. Bang chasing it, flashes under the turret to try and get the dive down. He's gonna be able to take it. Huni grabs the double, a kill on the other side for Haunter, but SKT piling on top of TSM. Haunter, Taunt dashes out of the way, but SKT still want more. There's the shockwave back. Haunter, low, shut down by Peanut. And there's just not enough they can do here. Great zone is by Huni to avoid the damage from Bjergsen. Bjergsen going to try for one kill, but not even going to get that.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit absurd with SKT right now. Just funneling everyone into the base and suffering very few consequences right there.
Yeah, that was like a conga line of pure destruction and outplay. We were talking about, like, we haven't really seen Bang here. So
Sven might just have to try for a steal.
Yeah, that's about all they have. He's already popped his ultimate to try and go invisible. Here we try.
They're looking for it, but they stop damage pretty quickly. No, it gets low, but Baker's secures it. Spain going to go down to Peanut. SKT going to get it all here. Huni straight over the wall. Tugs go down, actually. Playing a little too aggressive with his teleport, but Peanut chasing in, lands a Q on Bjergsen. Going to shut him down for the double kill. Peanut does get ulted on the other end, but it's just so much damage. Bang, slays the backline. SKT going to work on the last remaining member, and Haunter dead, as there's the ace for SK Telecom.
yeah, fighting a risky 50-50 is all TSM could do.
Because they had wards behind TSM, so if they move up for the steal, Huni had planned to teleport in after to get the fight.
Not much of a 50-50 when the enemy jungle is 3 levels ahead of you and your whole team is 12,000 gold ahead. Inhibitors going to be falling everywhere. TSM in time to maybe see their base crumble.
But it was Faker picking up the Dasher, so the levels in it. problem is Bjergsen committed with QE and Braum ulti was coming in. It would have actually put it in Smite Steel range. It was just not fast enough.
Well, a good attempt at red buff Twitch. Yep, that's an easy kill. Bang picks up a third for himself, finally getting himself a few kills in the column.
It is walking in the minion wave, but SKT.
Good cleanse. Bjergsen flashes in to try and make that happen. Bang gonna get ulted in. Span, look for the execute. Oh my god, he disappears and Bjergsen goes down as well. SKT now gonna flash it forward. Biofrost chase back to the fountain. Faker all the way in. Look for the shockwave. Grabs it, taking the fountain laser. And SK Telecom undefeated once again with so much style.
And even though this game says it was...
I like this composition from the Gigabyte Marines. They need if you want to face off against Flash Wolves in the mid game, but early on they can still have those signature aggressive moves with picks moving around the map and kind of challenging.
Do it.
I mean, I remember this from the lane swap days.
He's still level 1.
MMD, yeah, gonna have to run out of the way. Stark gonna look to tank it up. Archie actually starting it off. But MMD absolutely dead.
Because this goes back to the fundamentals of the lane swap. Timing is usually when you run into upgraded items, but that doesn't matter because we're fighting topside.
Yeah, TP gank here. Taunt's gonna start it up. MMD getting cleaned up as well. Knocked him with a Johnson punch. And oh, Optimus gonna swoop in for the kill. Locked him down with a chain and grabs it.
That dive.
They actually fall victim to exactly that right now.
Play starting here. They're trying to get out. Arrow gonna force Sword Art's flash. Optimus the cast fighting on the other side. Betty in aggressively, but Casa gets damaged back down onto the LeBlanc. Here's MMD arriving with the stand united. But Galio is gonna come down to the MMD. Knocked up by the ulti and now forced to flush the wall. Starkton flash torn in. Blue ultimate justice punch. MMD goes down. Sword Art gonna try and lock one more, but Optimus has caught the support, and that's yet another kill. Gigabyte Marines answer 2 clean ones.
Such a
Fun to watch.
And we have to note the pressure is so much on Flash Wolves right now to respond.
Casa, oh, that's the arrow! That's an Archie able to get the kill on the other side. Beautiful combo by Gigabyte Marines.
And Flash Wolves is completely on the back foot. How can they survive this? Here comes Gigabyte Marines again.
God coming in. There it is from Stark. Justice Punch knocks up MMD. Damage is there from Winds of War, and Slay does exactly that.
Yes. How many teams do Gigabyte Marines have in their matchups? And this is something they have clearly picked up throughout, and they're playing it quite well.
This is a 1v4 that's about to start, I think. Karma rotating up as well. Sorta gonna lock him down the roof. Gets a couple taunts. Might take a little while, but he looks pretty dead. Stark is gonna finally fall.
The map wasn't set up for the cross map.
Yep.
This is actually really good play for a while.
Ooh, that's a catch move and a Sorta. There's a kill. Galio coming in as well. That's gonna force Casa to get out of there.
And that's just when you have
Very well turned around.
Yeah, because pickups are generally always on the timer. Their strength lines in the early game and then their dominance, and MMD is feeling just exactly
Gunblade
that.
pops, and that's an easy pick. I mean, LeBlanc Elise is good at the best of times. Gunblade's gonna make that even. Just creating pressure in every single lane. Find picks if you can get him, and maybe Casa's the next victim. Betty shifts out from under the cocoon. Galio is coming in from a LeBlanc Mimic. That was sick. Flash taunt, Sword Art dead. Betty gonna get knocked up there as well. And now the fight's continuing. Mabel gonna try and dish out DPS. Stuck a little too far. Forward does go down to MMD.
I'm still a little shocked that you can Galio apparently for Stark, but even then he then overcommits on the turf, but they're going to try and keep pushing forward.
Damage is still there. Optimus is one little Q on the caster, and that might be almost all his health. Flash taunt. Fire Slay could be the kill. Needs to take a little bit more, and there's Betty with the finishing blow. Optimus now has to flash out as well. Betty flashes in for the shutdown, and this is where it might all unravel. Maple realm whooping out of the way, gets over to the minions and flashes out. Mikasa still there. Betty moving the skill shots in. He's going to try and take it down. He does get the kill, but Betty seals the triple kill.
Yeah.
For a pick here in the top lane. TP coming in as well. Maple gonna get chunked out. Stark should taunt him down, but the TP's gonna come in safe. MMD does get the taunt down onto Optimus, and that's gonna stop TPS for a while. Maple now gonna turn it back around, and Flash Wolves here first. Optimus really wants to kill, but he's not gonna get it. MMD grabs another. Stark goes down as well.
This is absolutely massive for the game. A failed pick, and then can mean actually that Flash.
But Renzo never wanted to shy away from a fight. Here's Optimus diving in. Arrow hits on the MMD. Chain gonna fight him. Cocoon piles in. Damage is pretty good. Galio gonna get the knock up just in time. Shut down and now a 5v4 start. Flash 3-man taunt in. Sword Art low. Knock up there from the wild group, but Slay needs to kite around Benny. Trying to do what he can, but he gets shut down by Slay.
Still a big-time fight from Gigabyte Marines. They focus to mid lane, to river. That's a more reasonable area to control.
Diving again. Casa the target, but Arrow hits onto Casa still. Levi way too far forward though. Galliwalti's going to help him repel up. Lots of cute interactions here.
They got to get out of here.
Yeah, to build on that.
Jen trying to fight.
Here's the TP back from Flash Wolves. Looking to cut off the back line. Oh, Swanson's winning, dashes out. Cartel going to get another big taunt. Benny can't chip that in time to still get CC, but Gigabyte Marines needs to kill the front line. MMD does go down to the knockout of Justice Punch Slay. So much damage is now stuck. He's going to get aggressive with the damage reductions help there from the Duran, but Benny still moving forward, just not quite enough, and there's a redemption to reset it all for Flash Wolves. 2-1 trade, and now more. Benny looks for the last kill, needs a Q, doesn't land at Maple. Now the next contender, and there's the double he wanted.
Yeah, the Marines are not reading these team fight time, and it cost them the Baron Dasher. And again, when it all started, Stark was pathing to the bottom lane. He was going for the macro play to set up that side lane, and suddenly, Marines, they just pulled the trigger for no apparent reason, because Flash was doing such a great job contesting.
Wall down, yet they continue to fight afterwards. Right now, though, they're going to go for Maple.
Oh, good. Double the stop forward. Maple, gunbladed up. Snare is going to land. And that's another good arrow, but it hits MMD. Stand United may have just saved his mid laner. Levi still chasing. There's another flash on Maple. All right, dead this time. Going to lose the Baron buff and didn't get the mid. Well, the main game for them is fight. Just the side lanes, that's the other one. Now Optimus moving in. Tries to let them Benny stuck so aggressively far forward as Gigabyte Marines kind of zoning him off this turn. MMD with a good taunt though onto Levi.
Levi's down!
Take him down. Just not enough here. There's another kill. Caster able to get that. Optimus forced to flash, and now Slay completely put out of position. Just going to get slowed down a little bit by Sword. Might make it out alive, but Optimus busy farming Raptors on the top. Yeah, redemption again. Baron still up for about a minute and a half, so they're going to break mid. Should be able to get this inhib down as well. All 5 of Gigabyte Marines are up, so Flash Wolves going to use a bit more caution. Good block, I think, from MMD, and there's the rise with Realm of Power. Oh, the stun, not enough. Realm of just in time.
Got hit Rise.
Giving it up already. Elder Dragon still taking aggro, so they can go back onto it. Gigabyte Marines, they don't want to concede, but they might have to. Maple maybe killed here. Optimus looking for the snare down. Snot's not going to land. MMD able to peel it off and take down Optimus. And now Benny just firing away into Cocoon, but Stark going to get chased out of the pit. Elder Dragon finally resets, but the catches are too many. Archie goes down to Maple after a realm warp. There's another kill, the double picked up for Rise. And now Maple chased down with a GA, gonna lose it, and gonna lose his second life.
Yeah, the Flashers really understood the ebbs and flow of this Dragon contest, and they dance around beautifully around the pressure, never allowing the Gigabyte Marines to land those consecutive CCs and picking them off.
Yeah, just look at the shields that went onto Maple when Optimus tried to do that pick. Seraph's Embrace, plus an empowered Karma Shield, plus a Locket. Flash was gonna take the game.
Yeah, looks like they're just gonna push through for the win here. 40 seconds to Levi, 20 seconds to everybody else. Stark, sorry, trying to do what he can, but just finding MMD, who's kind of buying time for the rest of his team. There's one Nexus turret down. Stark gonna get taunted up, and he's got some damage reductions. He flashes out of the way, but Flash Wolves gonna take him down, complete the ace, and take down the Nexus. Flash Wolves finally on the board here at MSI.
Flash Wolves find their first. More so, he is a safe jungler who can control a lot of the game. It's a little tricky against Graves because Graves clears so quickly, but as far as just being able to protect the Kog'Maw, it's perfect.
Yeah, super fascinating.
Items, and Trick's actually down the bottom side, but he's going to get spotted. Good ward.
No buffs on him. They're pushed in pretty hard. They also don't have heal on Sven, so they gotta back up.
Tony's got red here as well. In fact, he's also got flash. He just might look to take one down. First blood is on the horizon. Connie flashes for it, and there it is.
And we were again.
Because they have push in that bottom lane, and he can just now contest this red buff with a lot of fearlessness. He has the support of his Malzahar most likely.
I don't know if Cassian's going to get there quick enough as Sven is going to move himself out of the way. Turret goes down, and Mystic says to take it, and now Sven
get all this up.
Maybe a little too much, but Sanjay United said Mystic cut into the enemy team. Condi not there in time. Sven gets the kill. The WE not done yet. Here's 957, but Condi already too low, goes down as well. And now 957's got a flash. Does get
helping them right now.
Good arrow. Actually, Charles going to come in as well. Stand United is tricked. He's the first blood of the ult. The absolute zero against Shadow. Pretty big amount of damage coming, but not quite enough. Sven low on the backline. Blasco and Zay gets him out of the way, but Shie moving forward with the Riftwalk as Mithy is low. Expect actually Traveler. No, it is Mithy. The Skull dismounts. Condi takes out Trick. Finally, as WE get themselves a kill, and that's a play they're all waiting for.
The pit usually means that you're fine, but they're still launching
arrow onto Sven, charge down as well, and there's the ulti on Sven, gonna get wild grip, but the damage is a little too much. 957, Flash forward for the kill. Trick's gonna go down for the second, and now Perk diving into the backline, trying to get an assassination, but Shie gonna shut that all down. Perks will get a
G2 thinking about harassing this Baron, but that would be a big mistake.
Well, WE instead is gonna get the Baron. Shie rift walks forward to try and get him off. Scar gonna tank it.
That's not the right adaptation. I think
some fun. Distorts back in, and I think Shie is going to maybe try and chase him down. Good silence. Ben flashes over. Thunderlord's procs. He wanted the kill.
Ben don't mess around. He ain't got time for that. He has the Baron buff. He wants to push.
So a completed item, as we can see in the inventory, looks like a catch on a GA. Maybe Cassidy really hard to pin down, but a good talk from Expect could make it happen. Riphook again, Absolute Zero going to get cancelled as there's Ben. He's going to move away, and GA still got shifts. Going to get himself out, almost gets over the wall. Flush snowball from Trick as the base is just getting destroyed. Why are you chasing a Cassidy? GA finally going to get taken down, but the spell trip's going to keep him alive even longer. Turret dead in top lane. It's just the base getting pushed in, and now GA just wants to cancel back. Top in hit goes down, G2. Oh, so desperate.
No.
There's the charge in. Spin again gets taken. There's the Mother ult. He's absolutely dead to Condi. So much physical damage in the top half of the map, and it's just fallen to pieces for G2.
You got to be able to avoid that Asher.
Just snowball W forward.
And massive Baron power play there, 6,700 gold.
Thinking Perk doing battle, Mystic in a loop with the shield. There's a lockdown. QSS not going to save him from the foiling. Arrow hits on the Trick as well. That's going to be yet another pin down there as Water leads. Going to take down Trick through the wild growth, and now Shie. Rip walks in, just zoning the rest of G2 out. There's the charge in. Almost kills Miffy in an instant, and then just straight onto Sven. Pulled back by 957. Exhausted down. Damage is there. Zed fights it up, but there's the
Condi wants it.
Condi. It's Expecto, who's the tankiest member left. Waterley going to walk the game in behalf that you can see lining up for the fountain.
They're going to potentially kill the Nexus turrets first, but they have 20 more seconds to secure that Penta.
What matters more to WE? The Nexus or the Penta? Nexus open Condi, hoping Expect moves his way forward, but they'll take the game instead. WE take down G2.
And what a way. You're going to have a pushing top lane with M at early levels. Fizz cannot really fight back. So that's where you have to look for Karsa to take advantage, maybe pick on Svenskeren a lot, who has been looking pretty bad in most of these games. And I do think that to the wave, look for the fish, and they're going to go for the all-in.
Calmed him. There's the 6 from MMD as well. He gets the flash forward. Damage down to half HP. They could be able to finish it. Smoke screen comes out, and they drop MMD. It's not enough mitigation from Karsa. And it looks like
coverage been bot side, whereas, as you can see on the screen, TSM's coverage
Oh, Lee is here.
difficult gank to be put into, but Karsa hits it, end of the line, just misses. Haunter's gonna be forced to die, takes the Q past the minion, collateral damage misses, MMD very low, 200 HP, tries to deny vision in the brush, but Karsa wards it. Now it's a 1v1, Svenskeren's out, and so is Karsa.
1-for-1, that
Equalizer. We'll have to see.
Been something Sven has really struggled with, getting caught out on invades.
This looks like he is actually gonna make it out. The burn doesn't take, oh no!
This is time and time again. Svenskeren doing aggressive invades.
in kind of impressiveness rather than anything else. Mid lane. Remember, no
Flash
flash here.
Looks like you're gonna easily lock down here. Karsa wants to try and play, and Svenskeren may say, let's do this. Throws the Q back out, Sonic Wave. Trying to get a few of theirs up as well, but a lot are on the defensive side. They don't feel comfortable guarding them. Sword Art in a pretty sticky situation. Hard skins up, the shield dissonance to give Biofrost the movement. Concussive blows aren't even needed, and he's gonna go ahead and stand over the wall. If he can make the W, he just flashes anyways. Command protect in. Karsa does not get this one on the collateral damage.
Yeah, Sword Art trying to battle back on the vision, but a fight on top side.
Oh, MMD doing about 200 HP to Haunter, but he's
Very well, he has a kill under his belt. It's not like top lane is very far behind either.
This is going to be the first do-si-do between Maple and Haunter. He feels like he can take him, but the army needs to be beat by an army, and Haunter pulls 3 to the top lane with MMD's teleport. Looks like he may be going down. Here's the final Rune Prism, locks him up.
For what TSM would do.
It can't go very late. You have to take into consideration the Elder Dragon.
So many people bot lane, and Haunter make the great escape.
They have a push down mid, but the minions really aren't past river here. Haunter's gonna die quite quickly, allowing Flash Wolves to recuperate and find themselves a reposition.
And TSM just don't have the waves in the correct position.
Around the Drake, because that is an equalizer.
Oh, Biofrost gets locked up, throws up the Unbreakable, but he is broken and taken down. That is a 5-0-0 Karsa. No one else on the team has been able to...
They have really found intelligent answers, and now comes the flank.
Almost gets the hit. Biofrost getting pushed in. They go onto the tank once again. Svenskeren in the back line getting hit up by the curtain call. Bjergsen's the next one. Svenskeren trying to get between the Lixa Swordar and himself, and Betty's now on the other side. They almost don't have an exit. They need to create one, but they can't find one. And Svenskeren's low, almost going down. Command protect. The dissonance not there, so the team can chase Bjergsen, chum the waters from Haunter. There was no teleport. It's been a long walk for him, and Turtle tries to turn it around. 3v1 goes down versus Betty, and that's 3 down versus 1.
Turtle coming in on like a flank there, and this is what Flash Wolves wanted to do. They get the engage. Haunter doesn't have TP, and Karsa, if they can take down Haunter, this is for sure, I think, going to be a Baron.
Pops him over the wall, a 2v1 now. Bjergsen there, low on mana, but should be able to dance around this one with Hanser. Karsa down. There's a shutdown, much needed for the team.
They're still under enemy lines. They still have to find a way out. Jin and Rise
man.
fast approaching and not much space to do.
You just close your eyes, you know, Papa Smithy. They're going in. Bjergsen gets an auto attack. Hanser's been able to playful and trickster. One more shot, he should be good as it heats up. The Realm Warp forward as the deadly flourish misses, and Hanser looks like he's able to squirm out of this one, but you can't say it too soon. One shot from Betty is all.
Flash was on the Baron with those res timers.
Right back into it. This is the control you look for a team. If Sven comes in, do they stop and kill, or do they continue? 2,500 held on Baron. Curtain call. Stopping Biofrost and Turtle towards the backside. A piercing arrow and Sven to be over the wall. Chain of Corruption to lock down the team. It's going to be hit by Karsa, and now Sven's in the middle. Sven goes down, and Turtle and Biofrost can't do much.
And those were the sort of Barons that Flash was not going for yet.
But Flash Wolves can weather the storm. They continue to take hits here. Possibly again, the team starts to close in on Svenskeren and Hanser. Zanya's in. Svenskeren wants to kick back. Glacial Fisher comes out. Sword Art now back with a shockwave. A lot of ultimates used here. And Maple now coming in. Turtle's in his face, and Turtle's going to be taking damage. Flash over the walls now. Biofrost is that target. Hit down goes Biofrost. Svenskeren now in the eyes of Karsa. It's going to be Maple picking up the kill, though. Bjergsen's trying to hide in the brush. Deny the vision, but a triple kill from Betty as he gets the damage in.
And they still have the Baron buff. They're going to push down mid here. This should be an inhibitor at least. We'll see if Wild Turtle can get out, but it looks like he's going to be dead too, and these res timers are so long.
It's a really nice flank from Maple. This is a bit comedic over here.
Yeah, just walking around.
Let's just call it delaying tactics there when it comes to respawns, but I think the respawn's going to be too big. As you say, 34 minutes in. Still, 29 seconds on any real wave clear.
Right.
TSM, Bjergsen's still dead, so they're going to look for the end.
Biofrost and Svenskeren, they can do a lot of hopping around if they need to, try to confuse Karsa and Betty, but I don't think they have any confusion on what the target is here. Biofrost throws up the Unbreakable. Baron minions coming in as they take down the first Nexus turret, 35 minutes in, and Biofrost gets melted. 7-1 and 7 Karsa as they look to the Nexus. The team's on it. This is going to be it. 17-9. Flash Wolves take down Team Solo Mid.
Team Solo Mid had a massive advantage in the early to mid game. The Fizz should have been peerless.
Assassins generally match up quite well with the possibility of this going top, but I would expect the Jace into the Cannon and the Fizz into the Taliyah.
This is definitely one of those ones where you feel like you have to wait until 20 seconds to really hammer it. No ability to take down the first break.
They see Optimus. This is going to give Perkz great time to farm in mid. Can they drop tricks here, though, to make use of the roam? Looks like he will go down, but it might just be bards. No, Optimus flashes forward to get the kill, and that's first blood.
This is something is made to pay his bot lane. Stark's 1v2.
Whoa.
Does have ulti, remember, he's
Expect
6.
misses quite a damage. Flash forward from Stark as he feels like he can get the kill. But they did trade flashes to the skies in, and a quick E to the face should be the kill here for Expect. Gets the auto in, and the minions have de-aggroed.
Oh, that was pretty.
Got it. Perkz will walk up as well. Every minute that piles on is bad for the Marines as well. He's just instantly dead.
He is eaten up by Chum the Waters. 22 seconds on that.
Things kind of fall away from the Gigabyte Marines. Mid lane.
Chum the Waters onto Optimus. Oh, the double tap after he hits the ground. Perkz feels like he knows the capabilities. But Perkz is hitting that ult on cooldown. Middy's in, can't get anywhere towards the turret. He's going to get bounced back as well. Seismic shove, and the rest of the damage to take down Middy. Absolute Zero's already going to do full damage after a few, but Trick keeps it to keep them in line. And he almost goes down for it. Yeah, it's going to be Archie picking up the kill. And Expect now coming in slow. Will he go to the sky? He's still in the range mode. Didn't go to hammer. Gets himself taken down in a bit of a misplay from G2 as they feel like they down that Youmuu's to the skies can clear a fight, but this is the damage he was hoping to have. Perkz stopped under the turret. He's going to be taken down by Stark. Outplayed.
I don't know about...
That's why... Oh, I'll hold the point, though.
They are just so aggressive.
On the turret to the skies immediately. Seismic shoved back. Optimus wants a little bit of breathing room for himself.
That Bardal was so good. Yeah, I mean, he could have gone for something with a lot more wave clear, a safer, more conservative pick with his composition, but when you go for Assassins, you go for Broken. Is Gigabyte overstaying here? Doesn't look like it.
Could be. Expect onto Stark here. Stark throws down the ultimate. He's going to get some good stuns on Mega Inferno Bomb back. I feel like GAM's going to lose at least one here, but how much did they trade back? Slay is low. And with seeing Archie over the wall, they're going to decide to get different things as Perks is able to get himself out alive. However, GAM over the wall like a freight train, and they're able to take down Dragon. Inferno goes to them. Trick just trying to use Absolute Zero to slow the team down, but really he puts himself down. 7-4. Gigabyte Marines take more control. TP top lane.
Coming back and raising their head because we don't know much about this team, barring what we've seen since play-ins, but it's been damn impressive.
And that's what you use to your advantage, but an AD carry can always get caught out. And he does.
And now G2 have
Nunu with a blood-boiled Kog'Maw on you, but they're looking for a catch.
Hit right out of the journey. He should be fine though. Archie's there with Levi. A nice wall here is going to cut off most of the team. Optimus has to make himself very scarce from this situation. He's going to be going down to a Cathian surprise. I don't think the... No, it did not. The Shrine did not help him get speed as we watch the fight on the top side. Perks is going to have to be out of this one. Redemption coming down on him, so he'll be able to enter back into the fight from Mithy. Exhaust is still down if they try to get into the fight. Mithy will come out using that, but they are just getting melted as it begins. There's the journey through the wall. They can finish with the long range. Slay is going to put out the satchel. They're going to pop him back, but it's not even going to be needed. The double kill for Slay as Perks walks his way home.
the Bard, very much an edge meta pick, even with the extra buffs recently. There's no one here to contest. Perks can try something.
Has his ulti.
From the Waters is in, it's on to Slay. Should be able to bounce back around. He's going to take one, but that's a 1-4-1. Here come the beat damage, boys. Oh. No, the double kill onto the Bard, and Perks gets out alive.
And maybe Archie doesn't have that clip on his Bard highlight reel. It's front lane.
Optimus, Zanya's, Perks back right to the fight. He's going to delete Optimus. It's Perks onto Archie now with the rest of the team as Expect flies over the wall. That's a double kill. Trick's going to be able to hold down Levi and Slay. Looking to get the satchel in to help his teammate out, but Trick throwing down the Absolute Zero. It's going to be the absolute fight win here for G2. They back off a bit to clean up some waves, but they continue to grab kills without losing nearly anything.
I mean, Perks grabbing even more kills is going to be so strong, and Levi coming in, he's going to look for more. Expect is hanging around.
I didn't say nearly anything as they go for Expect now. Levi starts to move in. Can he get the red buff proc? He does, but Sven has different things.
And Nunu's going to start snowballing.
He is a fast Expect coming in on the home guard. Stark has that ultimate down. He's looking for a position where he can actually get around the minions. No, he just goes for the fight. Trying to lifesteal, knows he's going down.
Getting a bit starts to become relevant.
There's a hit. Slay does get over the wall. I don't know if they can save him, though. One last attack, and Perks, that'll be 2 times.
The mission is happening, but you're never really sure who's being hunted.
Oh, it's going to be Slay almost each time. Perks has his number. Does he enter into the base? He says inhibitor turret. What inhibitor turret? That's the Bard ultimate onto Archie. It doesn't even save him as Perks comes up with another one. Diagro's on the Zanyas. Sven maybe go down as he flashes over the wall nicely. Now Optimus is in hot water, and it's going to be Stark trying to come in and help. Here's Levi with the damage. Trick's in the base, and he can't find his way out, so it is going to be the cleanup. But it's going to be a 2 for 3.
Did Mithy stay around too long? If he gets tagged, he might get chased down here too. Perks over the wall, looking to turn this around though.
A fast start kid, Expect coming in. He can plop over the wall and slow him down with the playful trickster, but he decides not to. They look for the full play where they might be able to push a wave in here and work more on the inhibitor.
The Fizz Shark is almost back up. The cooldown is so ridiculously low.
Going to be Baron here for G2. They have weathered the storm themselves, but put up one hell of a fight here to put Gigabyte Marines in a bad spot. Baron for G2 as they can now work the lanes.
A really good
finish to Zanya's on his last back.
TP coming in. They're going to look for the flank as Fizz has been chunked out.
Bard ultimate just missing. Oh, he's coming in so slow as he goes over the Voidooz, and they're going to get 1 kill over on the Mithy. Wild Goat's already went out, so he'll be safe on that as the team can use the defense. But there is Perks. Can they turn it around? Levi trying to get to the front of the line, but they don't really have any speed steroids to catch up.
Wasn't able to auto attack at all, and these Gigabyte Marines just keep finding plays.
Optimus gets himself in. Expect flashes out after to the skies. Trick here wants to slow the team once again. Living artillery.
Their own penalty. Expect is going to teleport in as well. And that's finally a base broken, but it's for G2.
And having this Triforce on Sven, he can just eat through turrets with his procs. They're going to be messing around. Trick just trying to absorb a bit of damage. Forces his flash. Not huge for the Nunu, and looks like they will be able to finish off the turret. Expect not in long range form. Hammer form. Walk up to the inhib. Then he gets himself killed.
I mean, I'm right there with you, Azelle. We both got our hands up because...
Back in for Gigabyte. If they can get out here, we'll see if the Marines can actually stop this.
So fast, though.
Doesn't look like it.
Bard ultimate is there. The decide not to use it. Is it used on the exit? It doesn't look like they have enough follow-up here with the HP bars of G2. They're just trying to keep him in range. Weaver's wall is going to be there in a second as Optimus is coming up from base. He throws it right below the team. Levi taking too much damage. Optimus may not have got there in time. Perks gets the hit from Slay. One more. Can he turn it around? Blindfold Trickster picks up that dangerous game, and he's still alive. Finally goes down. They're on to Optimus now, and G2 waited out the fight long enough to drop the Gigabyte Marines.
Big stuff for G2. Spend free hitting for the majority of it. They can turn around 4 dead. Remember, they've already taken down an inhibitor. They're taking in a super minion wave, and G2 think they can end the game.
I think they can too. I mean, they're just going to walk this wave in, and I don't think there's anything that Stark can do at all here. He has his ultimate available, but no flash and no way in, and this is AD Kennen.
They're onto the Nexus turrets, 41-30. Neck and neck were the kills. The fights, 1-for-1, back and forth. But G2 continued to climb the ladder, continued to get that advantage over Gigabyte Marines, and they find themselves on the Nexus at 21-19. G2 Esports takes down Gigabyte Marines.
Gigabyte Marines will fall to 1-3, but it really feels like these honorable defeats.
Wits end and dominate that 1v1 in the split push. So that is certainly a concern, and Orianna works even more so into this shield comp. You essentially have this kind of 4-1 composition that SKT. This may be first blood, though, as Huni has no flash, and Rengar's here.
Right back, not empowered, can only slow him up, but it's gonna be enough. First blood to 957.
So well orchestrated by.
They'll be found at every possible pathing, and 957 has an excellent teleport ward. Knowledge there for SKT. There is that teleport.
Sometimes you gotta wonder if it took too long to engage. Tidal Wave comes out.
He stopped the TP.
Wild goes on, and Bang is going to get the damage from Condi. He goes roar on him with the empowered, and now Bang's going to get himself killed by minions. That kill goes over to Bang, but he goes down as well. And now Faker coming in onto Shie. We also have to remember teleport on Shie and 957 if they want to play a side lane. Here, the side lane on top.
Condi with the Rengar,
Bang.
He's going to be here.
Mystic gets out. Ben and Condi on the backside, and the ultimate definitely makes SKT think twice. Wild growth on 2. Bang and Wolf just coming out of a fight. Don't have the summoners to keep going, and Condi's in front. Wolf goes down. He should be able to make it out alive, as the Ivern still not doing enough to impact. And now Bang trying to get into the brush, use the hide with Faker. And the Shockwave could come in. The turnaround, no kill to hit. As the Shockwave is held, they are still able to get one now. Shockwave goes to Mystic, and the fight follows up as SKT was waiting for it.
TPing on, that's Cancel was TPing onto Daisy, so backs away. Flash auto, enough to get the kill. Speaking of flashes.
Whoa, Shie does not want to stop. The blue buff is there to continue the damage forward, and Bang's not going to be the one to go down. Can they guess it? Yes, they can. Ben picks that one up, and bot lane is a fight between Huni and 957 that's going.
Making them work and keeping this game very, very close. It's anyone's game.
And making them work is not something you can really
Rengar ultimate coming up for Faker.
Oh, he is getting pinched on this one. Ball to the top side. Death comes from the bottom as Condi picks up another one. 3-1-1. 957 in a troublesome situation on the bot. Could he zero out? Bang gets himself to the turret. Bang takes 2 shots. Heated up. And now WE957 tries to dance around, but he is danced down by SKT.
Really pathing on both sides.
18 minutes in, 957 gets the Shockwave. Tidal Wave to follow up as well. And the Root Caller onto Mystic. They've been hit with just about everything, but the crowd control wears off. And they see through the fog, and it clears. The fight is over as well, but a lot of summoners and ults blown to the side of SKT. Condi goes in onto Faker. Oh, empowered under the turret. Condi taking damage, just gets out of range, but he still goes down to Bang. Peanut's going to be the next one up, and they cut the tree down right in front of his team.
2-for-1 trade for WE, but
Peanut first. Faker with the cleanse as well. They're focusing a lot of that CC break. A good flash on the Bola, and a powered one just to the left. Can Faker have what it takes? Finally gets taken down. 5's enough. 4's enough.
So they didn't know that SKT had vision, and SKT is here to contest. Huni TPing in.
Peanut on the side, looking to throw Daisy in. Flash is in for this one. Peanut steals the Baron, and now the fight from SKT to WE. 957 looking to separate it, but he's already used the ultimate, and Daisy now splits the teams. His first hits are going to be the ones that counted. Condi and Shie forced to flash out of the pit. 957 in the front. Mystic has shots from the side, but he's not putting in any damage just yet. As SKT finds the way into the fight, it's straight in, and Condi now jumping onto Huni, could be the one they attack, as Huni, one hit from going down. Ben picks that one up in a very scattered fight that seems to not be over.
They need to keep on
without defense.
But it's so comical when you overchase for a single kill and you lose towers on the other side to Baron. will have to back away for now, as this is where the action is at least.
Bang looking for a flank. He's going to try to cut people off as they come to rotate over, and Hootie with the solo kill on bot.
Already back up over half health from the minion wave.
SKT is just going to crack the base here. Let's see if Condi can do it.
If he locks him up enough, there it is. Had to get the empowered in, got himself to safety. Hextricker
is trying to take a 1v1, and WE is moving down here. They're going to be caught off guard.
That was faster than he would have expected. Peanut could be going down next. Redemption comes in. That was
the glimpse of the void, so these auto attacks gets almost completely dead. Although 957
knocked in. Could get the resolve in from Xie. Actually hits a minion. They're not going to get enough damage in. Mystic with the flash forward. Not the flash forward, sorry. Caliber Nat. There are the shots. Hits him with the barrel, and they drink him under the table. But the bot lane still being hit by SKT as they're just putting so much on WE's plate.
This is the pressure play. This is the lose-lose that the best teams will force you
They're going to look for an engage perhaps here, though. Condi does have the ultimate. WE does not want to let them escape. They're trying to corral them. Condi is playing it slow.
Condi looking to get some stacks in, uses the Q. Redemption for Bang to make sure nothing happens for him, as it looks like he's going to be able to get out alive. Condi very low, but Bang as well gets the shockwave, and that's the kill coming in for Faker. 957 over the wall. They're looking for the low health, but everything is getting away. This is changing the mentality.
Is not there. There is not threat on the rest of the members, and that gives SKT the confidence to open up on Xie again.
Great dissonance from Faker, giving them the range to get in room for a bubble, and Bang's kill. Another one for SKT.
For it.
Condi's in, looking to clear this ward, but he's getting himself the wild growth immediately. A lot is used in defense. Obviously, SKT will turn the fight. A kill on Condi coming in from Bang. And the team gets quite an assist on that as they continue to rake up the gold. Not going to aggro back to full health. The minions are taking down the Nexus turrets in the base as
Black out the Daisy, take another inhibitor turret. It goes down, all three down now for Wodley.
Inhibitor will fall quick. And not long for this world. They should just head to the top side and continue the minion wave. Actually, they're going to split it. They have all the power in the world, and they're trying to spread WE thin for any fight as they stand under the one Nexus turret.
The ults here, and he picks the game, probably ends. There goes down another inhibitor. Condi wants to go, and there's 957 as well. They have to make it happen.
They don't have wards behind him. This could be the entry. He's got to hit it. Bang gets the first knock, but he gets pushed to the side, and Condi's actually the front line with 957. They're the tanks. They go down the fastest. The hula hoop from Faker just for the show. Mystic, Ben, and Xie trying to make it to the base for Solace as SKT continue their dominance here on day 2 of the MSI group stage. They will stay undefeated as they take down WE.
Crowd hype is legendary. SKT